And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from San Antonio, it's showtime! Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one of the young superstars of boxing today, the undefeated WBC Super Welterweight Champion of the World. Demos la bienvenida al invicto, Saúl CANELO Álvarez. He is making the 5th defense of his title. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the undefeated WBA Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Austin, no doubt, Trout.
All right, gentlemen, went over rules earlier in the dressing room. I want you to obey my commands. Protect yourselves all times. Good luck, play Olympia.
See if it plays out that way. Austin Trout, who needs to move, has talked about last year that this is his time for coming out. 2 months before Cotto, he said this is my momentum time. And he made the Cotto fight look easy in the second half of that, so here we are.
You know, Canelo is very patient, was trying to size up his opponent.
And for Trout, stay on the outside, move laterally, try to build up some points on the expectation that Canelo does get rolling after a couple of rounds, and then there's Trout continuing to move. These are the rounds for him that are very important. To stick and move, try to build up the lead. And Canelo is looking for the opening.
You know, this particular human puzzle.
Right hand by Canelo, which if you're up in row 50, was a bomb.
And a right hand behind it. You notice that when Trout punches, his forward foot steps into the punch, but his back foot is ready to get out of there.
The hedge fund. The guy with the angles. You stay with that style.
That's why I asked the question, can Canelo do this? Can he apply pressure?
Can he stop the movements? Can he get the right hand leading against this guy? Wow, Smith. Short. But you know we'll see that again.
Stop!
This is where Canelo wants to fight on the rope.
And he got right in on that and worked the body. According to not too much advice given to Canelo between rounds. We'll see how this plays out. WBC champion Canelo Alvarez, WBA champion Austin Trout, meeting in this unification in San Antonio, Texas. Dave Bontempo and Larry Merchant with you. The Alamodome. Eruptions from the fans at the top. It's always an indication that we're in it.
Trout snaps out the left and his right jab. But Canelo now knows what the assignment is.
He landed a good body shot, landed a good right hand to the head.
Against a fighter like Trout, you can't afford to start too slow.
No,
before you know it, it's the 9th and the 10th rounds.
He picked it up here in round 2. Yeah. What's the body? Good right hand by Canelo. Both guys using the formula that has brought them here. Like to fire unlimited jabs and be able to move. And Canelo, a little bobbing and weaving, scores a nice jab of his own. It's the perception of aggression in a tight round. If Both guys are equally effective. This is a good round for Canelo. Round one was good for Austin Trout. Round three, Canelo and Austin Trout.
Trout's 5 years older, but he had a long 200-fight amateur career. So it sort of balances out.
It does, and both being in their 20s. Both guys near their prime. Certainly Trout near his prime. Billy, yeah.
Trout here is trying to...
Trout with the jab, Canelo with the right hand. Trout getting his jab out there again. Movement critical for Trout. He's circling to his right. Canelo will have to cut off the ring. He takes the left hand and then comes in and shoved around by Trout. A persistent jab for Austin Trout. And blocked.
If an opponent is able to do that to a boxer and keep the boxer backing up and not knowing where it's coming, that works in his favor. You don't know if he can do it, and try to start to pay for this is too high.
Uppercut cut by Canelo Alvarez. And for Trout, the double jab is what he's trying to stick out there.
And he can box him some, but he's going to have to put some hurt on him.
So how's he going to get past that jab?
Kick right hand inside. How many punches has Trout taken like that? So both of them have something to prove here.
Good third round for Austin Trout. Time! Now the chess match goes on. Saúl, Canelo Alvarez, and Austin Trout in this 154-pound unification bout. There will be a buzz throughout this crowd, but not an explosion. He tries to quiet them and stay outside. Canelo coming up a little short.
And the crowd chanting, Mexico, Mexico, Mexico. Trying to urge their young star on.
Guy down, it has to be a very methodical process for him.
Has to go to the body, has to try to make him uncomfortable in some way. Because he's just too slick and too quick otherwise.
Right hand lead by Álvarez, and he's coming up short. And this is the comfort zone that Trout wants.
Trout has been able to keep him off.
The interesting thing about it is with Canelo, often one punch can turn it around, and there's an uppercut as he makes a bid to move Trout back. And even if you give away a round taking some shots, if you Canelo, you've got to get in and work the body hard, even if you take a few shots just to try and change this guy's movement. Grabbing on the outside, doing a beautiful job.
That's Canelo. You know it was good because Trout shook his hand and said, no.
There's a good jab. Behind
Another
another good jab. And Canelo is finding the range at the end of round 4.
Those are the two most effective, even if it's just momentary.
Let's see if that's the case as we head into round 5. The jab in the right hand by Canelo at the end of round 4. As champion, waging the fight we expected, with Trout boxing, moving, and now Canelo with more urgency trying to take the movement away.
A couple of body shots followed by a left jab, punch.
It's a whole different fight when it's in his office.
I don't think that's too likely. Trout is not in there to have a fight. He's in there to win the fight. pressure and see how it affects the opponent in the second half of the fight.
Body shot by Álvarez, and then a right hand lead against the lefty. The jab by Trout, operating to make Canelo regroup as a right hook to Trout in by Austin Trout. And he beat Canelo by a whisper with his right hand. Canelo gets beaten to the jab again. Left hand gets in by Trout. Just missed with a big shot. Marvelous boxing display by Austin Trout. As educated a boxer as he's seeing in Austin Trout. Trout probably hasn't seen the same punching potential as he's seeing in Álvarez. He's doing a great job of keeping Álvarez at bay
inside the fight, not just by what we're seeing here moment to moment.
As Canelo getting a right hand in. At different points in certain fights, guys have to grow, have to find another dimension. And you get the sense that whoever wins this will find something a little extra. As Canelo comes in, tries to get past that jab, throws in a good jab of his own.
And I think a short left hand there got Trout's attention.
Uppercut by Canelo, lands in grazing fashion, but he's getting closer. Good uppercut by Álvarez again, and then Trout is back.
And suddenly we got to do this now. I can't let him think that he can roll over me.
Because that happened as Álvarez was getting some momentum inside.
Trout
missing over the top, throws the jab. Canelo trying to lure him in. And it's Trout
with a good rally,
winning this exchange. Look at the patience and persistence with the jab. That's for Canelo's benefit as he lands the right hand. But Trout has been equal to this change in style in round 6.
And he's taken some good punches well. That's the part of the inside that we were talking about. How will you respond when he's hit? If the response is to hit back, you've got a prize fight.
Well, Canelo just landed his best punch of the fight.
Winning the fight so far.
All right, family seems pretty happy, and we go into round 7, the second half of this fight underway. Canelo Álvarez, 41-0 and 130 knockouts. Austin Trout, 26-0, 14. There's a big right hand that drops Trout. We talked about the momentum of the uppercut in round 6.
He looks like he has his legs back, but Canelo will try to hurt him here.
Another big right hand by Canelo. The right hand lead against the lefty.
Trout fighting back.
Good right hand by Álvarez. Trout right there.
Young title holders who want to be great men.
And so for Trout, that means rising from adversity. That big right hand he took, comes up, and shows a little more, and there's Canelo with another big right hand. Another one. Good luck. We said earlier, most likely the best puncher that Trout has ever faced.
Well,
Trout is right back on him. Álvarez loading up his next big shot, fires it to the body. Good right hand by Álvarez. Excellent right hand to the body. Trout is back, but a lot of steam may have been taken out of him by the Álvarez assault. for Canelo. Here we go into round 8. And that's the big momentum changer which you see in so many of Canelo's fights. And with the break, here is Trout again trying to be outside. You know, when he realizes
it's not just that Canelo is heavy-handed. He's smart about it. You know, he's not being careless. And the change in the...
As expected at this level, lived up to the billing. Here's Trout going to the body.
Is Canelo waiting for an opening? Well, trying to get him to open up so that he can counterpunch him? This is unusual for him.
And the question, you know,
Exactly.
we dissect it as an angles, an X's and O's type proposition, but there's a lot of emotion going in here with these guys, and I'll try this, I'll try that.
Tired. That's why he's fighting in these kinds of spurts.
Canelo Alvarez and Austin Trout in their 154-pound unification bout.
Stop!
Some guys who brought unbeaten marks in here. The right hand by Álvarez. Works the body. He has succeeded, but Trout out there again now. Able to move and go laterally. Álvarez right hook and grazing fashion got in by Trout, and a good left hand down the chute scores for him. How would you evaluate overall how Canelo has done cutting off the ring in this fight?
Well, it's hard to cut off the ring again. Direction, and you have to cut him off at the pass. He just has to stand there and there. Who's smarter, who's quicker, who's tougher, who's stronger.
Double jab here by Trout. Canelo, right hand, partially blocked. Coming up short on a lot of these.
We've often seen Canelo come forward with his hands around his head, you know, protecting himself. Here he's almost like he's inviting Trout to take some
shares. Trout not going for that bait right now. Staying outside, not committing. There's a jab by Álvarez.
You wonder about...
And their opposite skills.
Box!
Trout, the boxer, has been loyal to that. Stayed outside, moved. Made it difficult for Canelo early. And Álvarez, the big puncher, getting inside, scoring a knockdown.
That he's in a tougher fight than maybe he thought this would be if he is suddenly become stalking Canelo at this late stage.
Yeah, he has to become the gambler and go in and fight what would be Canelo's fight. And there's an uppercut by three nice shots by Trout and a beautiful uppercut by Álvarez.
If this is chess, it's speed chess.
Another jab here by Trout. Álvarez covered up on his head this time. So the trap that he was setting a couple of rounds ago, he gave up on that. There's a jab and a right hand by Álvarez.
I don't know how you measure that round to round, but whenever there's been a punch that you think the guy's hurt, it's been the punch that Álvarez is throwing on top.
Big role in the scorecards over the course of a fight. And then these are very good shots here by the multiple of the shots by Trout.
But this is a good round for Trout.
Time! Don't hit me. How about
As a fighter. You know that he's not just a manufactured star.
For Canelo, and Canelo dropping Trout.
Another good uppercut as Trout takes the lead.
Jab here by Trout coming up a little short. Canelo trying to launch that right hand lead.
It's great to want to be great.
Left side is Trout. Trying to build up something with the jabs, and then Canelo take it away with a good right hand. Good right hand lead by Álvarez. Little roll reversal. Here comes Trout. Good body shot by Trout. Good body shot by Álvarez. Nice right hand by Álvarez. And then he wins that exchange by driving Trout off.
Yeah, and Trout winced when he was hit with that shot. His eye almost closed.
Right now, Trout might feel like he brought the knife to the gunfight. As Canelo throws the bigger punches in round 11.
He even deserve it in any account. But that's the question.
Here we go into round 12, the finale. It's been a real great fight. Tactical warfare. Canelo Alvarez, Austin Trout at the Alamodome. Dave Tempo and Larry Merchant with you here. Larry, through 11, what does it stack up on your scorecard?
But I recognize.
Here is Trout. Working on two fighters who have shown excellent methods. Trout, combinations from angle. Álvarez.
Right hand lead by Álvarez. Once again, the hard punch.
Good hard right hand. Usually wipes out three jabs.
I'm still here.
Each guy doing what brought him here. Just firing harder punches. Right hand by Álvarez. Trout continuing to come forward. Good right hand by Álvarez. Good right hand again by Álvarez.
Probably the hardest fight both of them have ever been in.
Yep. We said it before.
All three in favor of the winner. He is now the WBC, WBA, and Ring Magazine Super Welterweight World Champion, El Orgullo de Guadalajara, Saúl Canelo